Buddy, it's the coach. This is A Sports. The Detroit Lions and the Chicago Bears. I'll be back with you again with scores around the league at halftime. But kickoff right around the corner. And standing by to call the action.
They say an early season snowstorm may be on deck in less than 48 hours, but today is picture-perfect fall football weather. Crisp and cool at Soldier Field in the Windy City. Nothing like the fanfare of introductions to an NFL game, and that was in evidence a moment ago. Fireworks, pyrotechnics, you name it. This crowd is ready as their guys get set to match up between the Detroit Lions and the Chicago Bears. With Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. And, Charles, you look at this Bears team entering play. They come in playing pretty good football. Winners of 4 of their last 6 games.
And last weekend, they pulled one out in a very low-scoring affair. It was all about their defense.
Meanwhile, for the Lions here, whatever promise they had to start the season fully evaporated now as they come in losers of 6 straight.
And sometimes when you're in the middle of a losing streak, being on the road is exactly what you want. You can only depend on each other. Let's see if they can use that as fuel in this ball game.
That'll be taken in the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. So here are the Lions now coming out for their opening drive. And they'll be led out by the man running the show, Charles, their quarterback.
And what I enjoyed in preparing for this game was talking not just with the coaching staff, but with him as well. And I found it interesting that the coaching staff sees him one way, and he sees himself an entirely different way.
Yeah, one thing he said he's always working on, we know he's not bad at this, but his footwork, always wants to improve that, and that's something he's going to focus on here.
And what was so funny, what the offensive coordinator say right off the top, he's got great footwork. Love his footwork. So this guy is never satisfied.
On second down, it's Hines. After getting stuffed on first down, not much better there. 2-yard gain. And now the offense for Detroit.
And they come off a tough loss last week. And what's their reward? A second straight road game. Rarely are teams happy about scheduling. They're always calling the league office saying, how come we have this game and that game? But when you're coming off of a loss on the road and you go right into another one, that's a difficult task.
They'll look to throw. Throws right side, and that's complete. That one goes for 29 yards on third down. So into Bear territory now. This is 1st and 10 at the 47. They run with Hines. And they'll wind up getting this to the 37. Gain of 9. Now, look, that wasn't a huge gain, but those are the types of carries I think they were missing in their loss last week. They couldn't get him going on the ground.
Did you get the same feeling I did during our meetings, that they kind of regretted that he didn't touch the ball?
Absolutely.
You know, hey, he should have touched it more last week. They weren't going to make that same mistake, and they've taken care of that early.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Looking to throw. Got an open man. That's David Njoku, the tight end. A look at the starters now defensively for the Bears. They were very good a week ago in the win over Minnesota.
And it was the pass rush that really keyed their victory. Got to the quarterback 6 times for sacks and plenty of other turbulence in the pocket for him as well.
And he's going to be brought down by the face mask. Here come the flags. This is going to get him a first down.
Defense.
So that flag will cost him 15.
And it doesn't matter anymore how you get the face mask. Any part of it, that's going to be 15 yards.
They go play action here on first down. He's just going to dump this one off to his fullback out of the backfield. He's taken down at the 7 after a gain of 7. That was play number 7 on this drive, and it got him 7 yards. Able to down pass play, 2nd and 3. On the delay, here's Hines. And he takes this one in for a Lions touchdown. Nyheim Hines, his second touchdown on the season, as his guys are able to strike first here in this opening quarter.
The losing streak can take on a life of its own, and I think it infiltrates a team when you're on that much of a slide. But this group has managed to focus, come out early, and put a touchdown on the board. They look like they mean business in this one.
They do. Now the key, holding on to that attitude, because, man, that streak has been a struggle for them. This is fielded at the goal line. And he'll take this across the 25, a couple extra yards, up to the 27-yard line. So here now the Bears offense for their first drive of the game, as we get a peek at the former Red Raider and 10th pick in the 2017 draft, Patrick Mahomes.
And I thought in last week's game, he found a way to win like a good pitcher without his best stuff. I mean, he did throw 2 interceptions, offset by 1 touchdown pass. Not the ratio, not the numbers you're really looking for as a QB. But finding a way to win, that's all that really matters.
Going to give this time to the tailback. He'll have a first down past the 40, and he'll get this all the way up to the 42-yard line. First down for the Bears, a gain of 15.
A big hole there. How about him handling the point of attack? Just positioning himself so that run could go right off of his backside and deep into the secondary.
Now here's Mahomes, escaping the pressure right. On the run, he'll let this go deep right side. That's going to be knocked away and incomplete. Darrell Henderson, the intended receiver, and that'll bring up second down. And the big boys up front in the trenches. What do you think of the O-line, Charles?
I love them because this is a group that's so cohesive. They know what the man next to them is going to do at all times, and they operate as a terrific unit.
To throw again on second down. 46-yard line. Time for a look at our starters here on defense. They've been excellent against the pass, the number 6 unit in the NFL.
Yeah, defending the pass hasn't been an issue for them. It's been stopping the run. And if they don't stop the run, they can't get back to their strength, which is guarding against the air attack.
Throwing is Mahomes on third. Flush to his right. And he's got his target. That's more. And he's going to be taken down here with a penalty flag on the field. So a decent gain, but all for naught on the penalty.
That's too bad, isn't it? They were feeling pretty good about it. The only people celebrating, the guys who just gave up that play.
So on fourth down, here's Johnny Hekker to punt it away. And he was called on 3 times in the win last week as his first one here's away. And did he put that on a dime? He did. Wow. Out of bounds at the 1-yard line.
Talk about angling that one perfectly, partner. We know the ball can bounce anywhere, especially how it's shaped. But that one, as if on cue, goes out of bounds perfectly.
Perfect indeed, right at the 1-yard line. Excellent coffin corner punt. And they'll start on the ground with Hines. 15 yards for the Lions there on a first down. Getting the sense, Charles, they're going to put a big emphasis this afternoon on the run game.
And why not? What we're seeing so far, it's working pretty well from them. And here's the best part. We always talk about the best performers do their job when the lights come on. I think he likes natural light best.
And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. It'll be a loss of 1, and that'll bring up a 2nd and 11. 2nd and 11. Got an open man. It's Michael Gallup. And up to the 35 before they're able to knock him down. 19 yards to pick up there. Move the chains. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Here's Hines. And he'll be brought down. Oh, that's a face mask. Certainly looked like it. Indeed, here come the flags.
Defense.
Officials so cognizant of that call nowadays, but that one looked pretty easy.
Yeah, you're right. They took out of their hands having to wonder whether it's a 5-yard or a 15-yard, inadvertent or not. Now, it's a lot easier. You see it, you call it.
They will get 4 yards here on the first down run, and that'll make it 2nd and 6. It's a pickup of 4, and it'll bring up 2nd down. 2nd and 6. This one caught by Crowder. He'll get it to the 40. Sweet little move in there, but couldn't get much yardage out of it. 4 yards on the completion, and it sets up a 3rd down. So 3rd and 2. This quite possibly 4-down territory, though, if they're stopped. Taking it right down Broadway. Touchdown, Detroit. A great effort there. His first touchdown on the year. And the Lions are able to extend their lead. Well, they were just hoping that run would pick up the first. They got the whole enchilada.
And I'm so used to teams on 3rd down, doesn't matter how far they need for a first down, throwing the ball. Instead, they run it, and as you said, picked up the first down, and then some, and then some. In fact, everything, all the way for a touchdown. Terrific play.
Extra point from McManus is good, and it's now 14-0. That time a 6-play drive, and a pretty good run there in the end to top it off. After the touchdown, here's McManus now to kick it away. That'll be taken in the end zone. And he'll elect not to return this one, so they'll bring it out to the 25 on the touchback. The Bears offense now getting ready to take over. Already down 2 touchdowns here in the first half. This becomes a pretty important drive, doesn't it?
It certainly does, and a lot of the teams script plays. We know that, right? They have a script to start the ball game, and typically those scripts go between 12 and 24, 25 plays. Down 2 touchdowns early, probably not very deep into their script. I think that they'll stay with it. I don't think they'll abandon it just yet and try and generate some offense on this drive.
Anything. At least 3 points, get that 0 off the board. Throwing again on 2nd down, but this time it's incomplete. An incomplete pass on 2nd down leads us to 3rd and inches. Shotgun snap to Mahomes. Looking for his running back, and he's got him. And he's going to have the first down at about the 38. It's a first down following a gain of 3. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Then he'll give it here to his running back. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play there. 2nd down. Looking to throw on 2nd down. Mahomes. He turned that into a nice gain. Gets him 8 yards closer for 3rd down. For the Lions, an extra DB in the game now here on 3rd down. Working from the gun, Mahomes being chased out left. He may try and run for this. And it's going to be another first down as they'll get him to the ground at the Lions' 34-yard line. So the ball moves into Lion territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 34. 14-0 the score. This is the NFL on EA Sports.
Check 91. 91 is the mic. Mike 91.
On 1st and 10, here's Mahomes. And he slings one that's incomplete.
Well, Ray, seen him catch a few passes out of the backfield in the first half, unable to connect on that one.
Certainly seems like getting him the ball out of the passing game, though, is part of their game plan.
It certainly is because he catches it well, creates a mismatch. You're going to cover him with a linebacker, a corner, a safety. They feel like he can win every battle.
Hey, 43, 43, 15. 54, right there, 54, Mike. I hope you brought your left because I'm about to take Alpha. Mike's 5'4", Mike's 5'4", Mike's 5'4". Man, that's trash. That's trash. Mike. Yellow. Hey, let's go.
Mahomes again here on 2nd and 10. Eluding the pressure right. Now he'll pull it down. That one a broken play, but it ends up being a good play. The scramble goes for 20.
Partner, it's often the man coverage is easier for a quarterback to run against. You get your receivers going downfield, Those guys are staying with them, and oftentimes they have their back to the quarterback, which opens up a lot of space and room, and they don't even know that he's taken off with it. What a big-time pickup on that play.
And now a throw on first down there, but it's incomplete. So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10. Looking to throw is Mahomes. Herndon's got it complete. And he can't quite get there. Tackled down at the 1. First catch for him. It's good for a dozen and a first down. 1st and goal, and they got to be thinking a chance to get right back into this football game. They'll try to run this one in. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair.
And that loss of yards there is not just on him. It's on the guys blocking for him. I mean, they're supposed to create some type of space or at least get a stalemate. They end up letting them through, and they ended up tackling him for a loss.
And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Chicago. Marquez Valdez-Scantling, his 3rd touchdown now on the year, as they are now on the board here in the first half. Tucker with the extra point, and that'll make our score 14-7. That one in the books as a 12-play drive, and the end result is a Bears touchdown. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. This is taken about 7 yards deep. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. So here are the Lions to take over. Remember, right now they are on a 6-game losing streak, trying to snap that. And a good sign is they've got the lead in the football. A quick throw out wide, caught by Crowder. And he'll be upended at the 28-yard line. Just a 3-yard gain there. Here's 2nd and 7 now from the 28. They run the counter. Hines. And a penalty flag down as he gets only about a yard. And let's listen in on the call. So this will be accepted as it moves the offense backwards.
That's what I'm talking about. Nice hit, boy.
Now back to throw. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. It's a safety blitz and a sack for Earl Thomas.
Okay, you know my bias is about to come out here. A lot of people think that the offense is just moving in the wrong direction. I'd say they're moving in the right direction because the defense is pushing them back.
Former defensive guy. Now, as a quarterback, 3rd and 1, you really got to rally the troops here, don't you?
Yeah, you do in a big way, and what else do you have to look out for? More pressure coming at you because it seems to be working pretty well.
Montez Sweat in there to drop him for his 11th sack of the year.
As I was watching the play unfold, my eyes immediately went to the referee because I wanted to see, was he going to put those 2 hands over his head and that universal signal for a safety? But it's at the 1-yard line. You know you're playing with fire when you get sacked that close to the goal line.
Illegal block in the back. Return team.
And that negates a pretty decent punt return.
And the goal is to gain a first down on a punt return, which is 10 yards. This was much more than that, but it is going to come back due to the illegal block in the back.
Throwing on first down is Mahomes. He's going to find his running back. It's complete. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. It's a pickup of 10 and a Bears first down.
Everyone's got to be able to catch the football. Doesn't matter what position you play, but if you're on offense, be aware a ball may come your way.
Mahomes now 6 of 10 in this first half. He's got his guys a first down here. They'll run it now out of the gun. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. 14 yards into Chicago first down. Although his reputation as a speedy runner precedes him, it's always fun to watch him work.
It is eye-opening, isn't it? Because when you see him get the ball and just go, in addition to that speed, it helps out his blockers. They don't have to hold blocks for long because he's just going to speed right past them.
Mark that down as a pickup of 13, and the Bears have the first.
Looked like the defense put pretty good pressure on him, but he was able to flush out.
Good work, boys. Let's go. Let's go.
Well, he challenged the play. It did not pay off.
And that means he lost a timeout in that challenge.
And as a coach, you hate that. Don't know if you took the advice of the player, you threw it yourself, but it didn't go your way. And this is intercepted, but they'll say out of bounds. So very close to a turnover there in the end zone. After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. They'll run it now out of the gun. And finding room to work, he's down to the 2-yard line. Pretty good running there, 9 yards. Sets up a 3rd and 1.
Check. Yellow.
Mahomes going to pull it out and keep it himself. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete. You can tell they were hoping for a flag there offensively. Several on the sideline motioning, hey, why not a penalty? Why not a penalty? What did you see?
Yeah, I think you've got to let them play, and the officials are instructed. If there's contact coming from both sides, no flag. Let them fight it out.
And forces 4th down. And he will score. Touchdown, Chicago. Patrick Mahomes, his 2nd touchdown of the game, giving him 12 on the season. As they are an extra point away now from tying this football game. Tucker able to connect on the extra point. And we've got a tie game here in a back-and-forth first half. So this drive spans 7 plays. This one tied at 14 now as he sends this one away. And it was all capped by Patrick Mahomes using his legs to get in the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. And Detroit getting set to go now. And that 14-0 lead to begin the ball game, well, that's gone now. Time to regroup.
I think even up 2 touchdowns, they knew this wasn't going to be a walk in the park, and I think that's why we would see the head coach going up and down the sidelines telling his team, let's stay with it, let's keep going. It's almost like he knew they were going to make their run at him, and they have. As you said, let's see if they can regroup and get going again.
One play has him up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10. This is Hines. And he'll lose yardage here. Back at the 41. That sends him 2 yards in the wrong direction and leads to 2nd down.
That didn't appear to be a run blitz. He just darted in once he saw the run develop. That appeared to be a case of see ball, get ball.
Here we go on 2nd and 12. And, he took that in one-handed. What a grab. And he'll just get back to the line of scrimmage, if that. And with a flag on the field, and that one looks to be in the area where someone was held. So they decline it, and they choose to not give him that down back.
And I think that's the key to everything there. They didn't give up any yardage even on the completed pass. Don't give them an extra down in order to try and pick up a 1st.
They'll set up a throw. That's complete to Hines out of the backfield. And he's going to be stopped here at the 43, and that is not near enough to pick up the 1st.
So many times you hear today's NFL described as a space game. Get your best players into space with the football in their hands. That's why sometimes you just swing it out to your runner, get him out in the flat, and let him have a chance to make people miss an open field.
Here we go. Here we go. Here we go.
At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. And, Charles, if the season ended today, and it's not going to, we still have December left.
More football.
We're only in November. But they would be a wild card team. And that's great. They'd be in the playoffs, but you know they're trying to bump up to be one of those division leaders.
That guarantees you at least one home game in the playoffs, and that's what you're really seeking. But there also isn't much margin for error for this team, right? Because right where they're sitting, a 2-game losing streak could have them out of the playoffs, so they've got to make sure they continue to keep the momentum going.
Absolutely. There's some sharks smelling blood in the water behind them. Throwing on 2nd and long. Mahomes, who nearly picked. Almost intercepted, but he couldn't hang on, and it's 3rd down. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down.
down these two. Foul down these two. Attack, attack.
Now a handoff here to his running back. Now a flag comes in from the umpire after a gain of about 4. And this looks like it's going to be holding. So they decline it, as that will bring up 4th.
And I know that yardage and field position are keys to any game played, but you've got to consider downs when you're talking about penalties, and they wisely did not take that one and made it 4th down.
.51 yards on the punt there, and the Lions will take over. The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. The crowd may be losing just a little bit of the edge after back-to-back punts. They lost nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Harrison Smith on the safety blitz, able to get the sack.
Brandon, if I'm an offensive coordinator and I see an all-out rush like that, I file it away because I'm going to use their aggressiveness against them as this game goes on. I'm going to hit them with a screen soon.
Sacks, a growing theme in this first half. This is 2nd and long. They're going to look to throw. This is the tight end, Njoku. The Lions now going to use the 2nd of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 55 seconds to go until halftime. Now on 1st down, he'll drop to throw it. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Montez Sweat racking up sack number 12 for him on the year. Throwing middle, but it's incomplete. The tight end, David Njoku, the intended receiver, and it's 3rd down. That right there, his first incompletion so far in this game, Charles. He was 9 of 9 before that.
Yeah, I think that qualifies as being locked in. And then you have to ask him the question, so what caused the incompletion? Come on, man, get back on your game. Let's go.
On 3rd down, it's Hines, and he will be brought down at about the 43 that time. Now the Bears going to call the first of their timeouts as they'll stop the clock with 26 seconds to go until halftime. Here's Jordan Berry now as he'll kick it away for the 2nd time. And that one hits a little too close to the goal line, and it continues into the end zone for a touchback. Here's the Chicago offense coming back out onto the field. We're under 20 seconds to go in the half. I'm guessing the wise play here is be safe.
That is the wise play, because if you think about trying to fool them here, here's what you're facing. You're facing a loosened up secondary, playing a lot deeper than normal. So even if you run some type of misdirection, you're only going to fool them for a second or so. And guess what? They're so deep, they're really not going to be out of position. Take the knee, get to the locker room.
From the 26, they'll line up on 2nd and 4.
54.
They'll keep it on the ground again here. And this time he's not going anywhere. They'll get him down right at the line of scrimmage. Now a timeout taken. Perhaps a chance for one more quick play and then another timeout if they hurry. We'll see.
Yellow. On the line, right? The ball, team. We got to get to the ball. Let's keep moving. Convert. And rip list. Check 91. 91 is the mic. Hey, 57, 57. See me in your nightmare, son.
From the gun on 3rd down, Mahomes. And that'll be incomplete with just 6 seconds left on the clock. Here's Johnny Hekker now as he's on to punt for Chicago. He's been a busy man here in this first half as he gets it away. Fair catch taken just inside the 40-yard line.
Let's go, baby. Let's go.
So we've hit halftime all even at 14 apiece. As we now proceed to the start of the 2nd half. And ready to get the party started for the 2nd half. It was an even first half, all tied on the scoreboard. Fielded about a yard deep. And all that work, but he stopped where he ultimately would have been, and he's simply taken a knee, and that's the 25-yard line. So here's the Bears offense now as they get set to start this third quarter. First half showed us some pretty good offense. Tie game, we'll see what the second half brings.
And it'll be interesting because I think both sides feel pretty good about what their offenses are doing. Got to wonder what adjustments are being made defensively to try and get a spark and maybe slow down the other side.
But here, do you change up anything on this opening drive?
Not offensively, you don't. You got everything going your way. You're probably prepared for maybe some change-ups you might expect, but overall, you like what your game plan's showing you.
Nice work to get 7 out of that, and it's second down.
Well, he's proven real effective running the football. No one open, don't force it. Just get what you can, and that's what he's done very well in this game.
Throwing again on second down. Mahomes. And he's going to find his man out of the backfield. That's complete. And it's going to be another first down as they'll get him to the ground at the Lions' 45-yard line. So the ball moves into Lion territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 45-yard line. Here's Mahomes to throw. Quick slant, caught by Moore. And past the 35, he'll be dropped a yard or two shy of the 30. A gain there of 12 yards and a first down for the Bears. From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. To throw, it's Mahomes. Flushed out right. Oh, he's going to let this go for the end zone. And nearly picked it off. He had a chance to come down with that in the end zone, but it'll wind up just being incomplete. Here's 2nd and 10 now from about the 32. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. No gain on that one as it brings up a 3rd and 10. From the gun, it's Mahomes. Forced out to his left. And he can't find anywhere to go with it. And he goes down. Dee Ford with a big-time sack on 3rd down. It's a loss of 7. And a play like that with how far he had to go to make that sack shows how athletic defensive ends have become in the NFL.
And not just athletic. This is coached in a big way. Run to the football at all times. How about him never giving up on it and pursuing all the way across the field?
Escaping the pressure right. They'll let this go for the end zone. And this is going to be incomplete. The Bears tried it on 4th down, unable to convert. And the Lions will take over. Well, their first 4th down attempt earlier was successful. This one backfires for a turnover on downs.
I like their aggressiveness. I like what they're doing. They got it the first time they went for it. Why not a second time? I don't think they'll be daunted from attempting it again. If you're on the defensive side of the ball, though, any 4th down stop is a big momentum play.
First down for the Lions on a nice pickup of 18 yards.
Watch that in. Tight end right. Tight end right.
On 1st down, Hines. 5 yards is the tally on 1st down. That brings up 2nd and 5. They stay on the ground. Again, it's Hines. 5 yards on 1st down, but now just a 1-yard pickup there on 2nd. The Bears bring out an extra defender in the secondary now for 3rd down. They'll drop the throw. He's got Njoku, his big tight end. And he's going to have the first down yardage as he's down at about the 30-yard line. Give him 7 yards on the play as they do pick up the 3rd down conversion. They'll look to throw now on 1st down. And a scary incompletion, almost picked off. It would have been their first INT of the game. Instead, 2nd down. So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on 1st down. 2nd and 10. This is caught. And he takes this one in for a Lions touchdown. In for the score. And the Lions have taken the lead. Boy, it's nice to have that big, reliable target you can go to.
Each and every time. A lot of people see that position as a fallback. Throw it to them when all else fails. Not at all. This guy can make plays, and that's exactly what he just did.
Yeah, play here for a touchdown. After the touchdown, here's McManus now to kick it away. This is fielded at the goal line. And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get it up to the 29-yard line. The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. And last time out, went for it on fourth down, turned it over, gave them great field position, turned it to 6 points, so they've got to recover here, Charles.
It's amazing what one decision can do in the chain of events, right? The decision to go for it on fourth down.
Caused all of that.
It caused every bit of it, but it showed confidence. Hey, I've got confidence in you guys. Go pick it up for them. Didn't happen. Also showed confidence in the defense. They didn't pick up their end of the bargain, so now they've got to come back out and start over and rebuild that confidence.
Here's 2nd and 10 now from the 29. Now they'll run it on the toss. And he'll be brought down somewhat awkwardly here, and a late flag as well. I think this one's going to be a face mask. Well, we looked at each other right away. We knew that flag was coming out.
And I always enjoy the conversation post because officials always tell you, I don't want to throw the flag, but you caused the play. You did it.
Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. There for the sack, B.J. Hill. Great job defensively. I think he was trying to go through his progressions, find someone to get rid of the football. Before he knew it, he was on his back.
So that just brings us right back to what you said in the beginning. A great job defensively. Nowhere to go with the football. That led to the sack.
They try to throw on 2nd down, but this one is incomplete.
It is tough to complete passes against zone defenses. The windows that you see open, they shrink pretty rapidly. How about being able to hit a moving target against a zone before the next guy can get there and make a play on the ball?
Not easy for any quarterback, no matter the situation, and there the defense won the battle. And now the 3rd down throw incomplete as well.
Not only was the call spot on, how about the execution of that defense right there? Zone was absolutely locked up tight. He was trying to force it in there on 3rd down.
But if there's a time to force it, he felt like he needed to make a play, right?
Yeah, exactly right. 3rd down, you got to try and find something. There's nothing available there for him.
The field position game, such an overlooked facet, Charles, of an NFL game, but this offense, they're going to be pinned back. What an ideal punt.
An ideal punt, and it leads to that term complementary football, because them doing that puts their defense in a great spot, doesn't it? Gives them a chance. If they want to be aggressive, try and maybe get a safety out of this whole thing, it puts them in that position.
7 yards, the pickup on the pitch and catch. 2nd and 3. Now the pressure comes and he goes down. Just inside the 10, back at the 9. Oh, free safety blitz. That can be a gamble, but it proves fruitful there.
Yeah, you're exactly right about the gamble because oftentimes the free safety is the last line of defense against a long pass. And when he comes at the quarterback, he'd better get home and make the play. Otherwise, a big play could result for the offense.
They'll look to throw. And he's able to hook up with Michael Gallup. And he gets it to the 30 when it's all said and done. A good pickup there of 20 yards. This quarterback now 6 for 6 since coming back out of the locker room. It's 1st and 10. They run the counter. It's Hines. 2 yards on the carry there. It'll be 2nd down. The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8. Here's 2nd and 8. And he almost had it defensively. Could have been a game changer there in this second half. Instead, it's 3rd down. So the failure to connect on 2nd down, that leaves them staring up here at a 3rd and 8. Back to throw here. They'll try and set up the screen to Hines. Now a loose football. The ball comes out. And he's going to be marked down short of the 1st down. Needed the 40, but he's a yard or 2 shy.
Wow, that ball gets knocked free, but a teammate comes along and scoops it up. It's almost like baseball. Guys at bat, people are on base in scoring position. One guy doesn't get him home. The next guy comes through and picks him up.
And avoids the turnover. And they had him bottled up, but here's a late flag, and a face mask is going to get a much better starting position. So they will accept the penalty and move forward. A lack of discipline defensively on 4th down, and now that leads to a 1st and 10. Shotgun snap to Mahomes. And he's got the hook up to Moore. And he's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on first down. Looking to throw again on second down. Mahomes, he's got Herndon, his tight end. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. 14 yards into Chicago, first down. They'll run it now out of the gun. And if there was a lane there, it closed up quickly as he stopped for no gain. Second down. So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10.
What's tight? Tight ends right. What's tight? Tight ends right. Hey!
Working from the gun, Mahomes. And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on, third down. The Bears on third down, lacking much success, just 2 for 7 to this point. This is 3rd and 10. Now Mahomes. He may try and run for this. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50.
How many times do we hear that third down may be the most important down in football, and there's no better example than what we just saw right there. Forced to scramble, knows where the first down marker is, dives for it, and gets it. What a big-time play, putting his body on the line to pick up a key first down.
Personal foul. Face mask. Defense.
Well, when you're leading in the fourth quarter, that's not the penalty you want.
Not at all, and now your discipline comes into question. Having poise this stage of the game, you can't have those kind of plays.
And now it's 1st and 10, a big mistake, especially when you factor in the personal foul yardage. And now a throw on first down there, but it's incomplete.
But plain and simple, that's the 2nd time today that he's dropped a pass.
And that one, I think, maybe even a little easier than the earlier one that he dropped. Surprising.
Was this game announced as a night game prior to, and maybe his rhythm is just off? He's got thrown off. He's got to wake up, enjoy the sunshine, and go play.
And give him 9 yards on the second down screen play. The Bears on third down. They've converted 3 times in 8 chances. They need just a yard here. It's 3rd and 1. Flush to his right. He can run for it, and he will. 5 yards on the scramble, and that's enough to pick up the first.
How many times have we seen this late in the fourth quarter? Because you know the pass rush is getting after him, and they get upfield, get that great push, and what do they create? Space, and he takes off.
Operating from the red zone now, Mahomes. Nice work to get 7 out of that, and it's 2nd down.
Now, that was not a bad scramble there on first down. He didn't force it, nor did he throw it away. He was able to take off, and now he made it a very manageable 2nd and short.
From the shotgun now, here's an inside give. And he's going to be taken down with a marker on the field. So let's see about the call. So he was holding from that left tackle position.
Everyone tries to keep their hands inside when they're blocking ever since they liberalized the rules where you can extend them out. But sometimes they get out a little wide, and they get detected grabbing some cloth.
He's going to take off with it. And he'll be out of bounds about a half to a full yard shy of the 5. A nice job of eluding the pressure there, scrambling for 11. The offense on third down tonight, not quite 50%, 4 for 9. They're looking at 3rd and a few inches. Throwing now is Mahomes, eluding the pressure right. And inside the 5 here before he's out of bounds right at the 3. 4 yards there as they let him out of the pocket, and he got enough for the first.
Now that's disappointing for the defense. They had the advantage, had excellent coverage all over the field, but they let him get away, scramble, and pick up a first down, and inside the 5-yard line.
A looming decision to make on the conversion, down 7, but first things first, they need to score as they come up on 1st and goal.
Mike 5-4, Mike 5-4, Mike 5-4. Watch the run.
They'll look to run with Henderson. And the D not yielding much there. He's only going to get a yard to about the 2. Good first step there defensively, but they're still knocking on the doorstep, so maybe another run here?
I think so. One of my favorite coaches, you say, son, if you could darn near lay down near the end zone and get in, give me my best power running play with my best back right now.
54 is Mike. 54 is Mike. Check. Watch 54. Watch 54.
On second and goal, Mahomes. And that is caught. Touchdown, Bears. Chris Herndon, his first touchdown on the year, as they can now even this game here in the fourth quarter with the extra point. A very important extra point there, up and good. And, partner, we've got a tie game here in the fourth. So that drive, 12 plays in length. And it culminates in a touchdown for Chicago. A couple of teams locked into a good one here. 21 all the score as the kick's away. That's fielded in the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. So out now come the Lions. And a tight game after punting last time. See if they can get something going on this drive.
As they head to the field now, with the game this close, you've got to feel there's a sense of urgency for them going on offense right now. But they have to do it without letting panic creep in and affect their play.
Here's a handoff to Hines to begin the drive. And not much to speak of. Call it a 1-yard gain up to the 26. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9. The last play got just a yard. Here's 2nd and 9 from the 26. 2nd and 9 now. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down.
We call that sack flip.
You never want to give up a sack. From the O-line's perspective, they hate it for several reasons, especially because they felt like they let little brother down back there in the pocket.
Oh, no doubt. They have a ton of pride, and they go into every job wanting to keep that guy clean. They want that unit.
Nowhere to go. Here, he lost the football.
On plays like this, when the ball comes free, it's often unusual for the team that lost it to get it back. Because this is the quarterback. The ball gets away from him. Everyone else is trying to execute what they're supposed to do on offense. They're usually looking in the other direction, downfield, or have moved away from him. In this case, though, a teammate is able to come up with the ball.
Returning it is Moore. Now it appears we're going to get whistles and a stop. A man down on the return. While the trainers take a look, we'll step aside. We saw a number of good games earlier today. This one might top all of those. It's been a dandy as we come up on 1st and 10. Going to give this time to the tailback. And running room scarce here. He's going to be stopped in his tracks at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play. It'll be 2nd down.
Brings up 2nd and 10 at the Lions' 46-yard line.
Throwing on 2nd down. Mahomes. He's going to hit his man out of the backfield. Complete. And that play will go nowhere. Losing yardage back near midfield at the 49. Possibly a turning point. Big play coming. This is 3rd and long.
Watch the twist. Watch the twist.
Mahomes now to throw. Mahomes hit. He lost the football. And this is scooped up by the Lions. And they are going to get this one back, it looks like. So nearly like-for-like fumbles, but they hang on to this thing and keep it a turnover. The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. They begin the drive with Hines. And he'll be brought down right at midfield after a gain of only a couple.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, this big defensive lineman will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
So the Lions in possession of the football as we welcome you back. They've got a second down now as they search for a score to break this tie. Looking to throw. And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's third down. So the failure to connect on second down, that leaves them staring up here at a 3rd and 8. They're going to look to throw. Now they set up the screen. That's complete. Whistles now and a timeout. So defensively, they burn it here with 1:51 left. Here's Jordan Berry now. He's been terrific so far. And he deserves a bronze leg as he gets this one away. And a little too much mustard on that one. It hits a couple yards into the end zone. A missed opportunity there maybe to pin him back. Getting set to go again as we look at the back heading onto the field again. And we have seen a decline in the numbers. Where does the fault lie? Just him? Maybe the guys up front combination? And he can't get a throw away. He's taken down. Emmanuel Ogbah able to collapse the pocket, get to him, and drop him for a loss of a yard. And for the defense, their 3rd sack of the game.
That number tells you that they're starting to put it together with their defensive game plan. They're starting to feel pretty good about what the offense is doing, bringing the pressure at the right time, and putting the quarterback on the ground.
A nice job of eluding the pressure there, scrambling for 11. They'll get to the line here, but remember, it's also 3rd down. To throw is Mahomes. And that is incomplete. So now it's 4th down and short, and whatever they do, run or pass it, they've got to pick up the first here.
Yeah, and you mentioned running it. That is still an option, but as you've also said, they've got to do it quickly and get back to the line of scrimmage.
Tie game, 4th quarter, and they're going for this thing on 4th down. They hand off to their big tight end, and they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. Now the Bears going to use the second of their timeouts as the clock's going to stop with 47 seconds to go in the 4th.
Yellow. Yellow. I smell fear in that offense. Check 91. 91 is the mic. Scene 6. Yellow.
Back to throw. Mahomes. Throwing right, and that's complete. And able to rip off a big chunk of yardage before being dropped inside the 40. And a nice gain of 21 yards. Mahomes going to throw. Now they go screen. It's complete. And this one goes nowhere. Losing yardage on the play back at the 46. That'll go down as a loss of 8, and it'll make this a 2nd and long.
Yellow. 54 Mike. Hey, what's that? Hey, what's the ball? Check. Hey, yellow. Hey, go.
Now Mahomes. Flushed out right. And an alley to run. A good pickup there, 18 yards as they get closer for 3rd down. Play number 7 coming on this drive. It's 3rd and inches. It's a little teaching moment here. Overtime rules. Remind us how this goes, partner.
Okay, so in the past, we had sudden death. First team to score wins, but no longer. Now, if the team receives the ball, scores a touchdown, they win the game. If they kick a field goal, though, or don't score, the other team gets a possession. And after both teams get a possession, then we're into sudden death. First team to score wins the game.
So we're right back where we started, all even as the kick's away. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And this return net's positive as he gets past the 25 and up to the 27-yard line. And now Chicago getting ready to go as they take the field. They control their own destiny here. They have the football in overtime. Obviously, a touchdown would win it.
And I think teams around the league are still adjusting to the idea of going downfield, scoring a touchdown wins the game, because they were used to just going downfield and trying to get in field goal range to win a game. Still having to make that transition. Let's face it now, the ones who are doing it best know they need to go down, attack, put the ball in the end zone, and not leave it up to a field goal and give the other team a chance.
Yeah, as we said, they control their own destiny now. And he'll lose yardage here, going down back at the 28. A second down play results in a loss of 2 yards.
Part of the thinking when you bring in extra tight ends, you're hoping that each of your guys gets those one-on-one blocks and creates a crease for your runner. You know what the converse is, though? You've got to win those one-on-one blocks, and when you don't, that's the result you end up with.
First throw of overtime for Mahomes. And it's caught by Herndon. And he'll be brought down with the first down and a late flag here, too. And he may get a few more tacked on for good measure. In overtime, you have to be smarter than that.
A personal foul just can't happen. Have to have poise.
A big play that time through the air. 35 yards. And now it's 1st and 10. A big mistake, especially when you factor in the personal foul yardage. Now Henderson, nice little juke. And he'll lose yardage on the play back at the 37-yard line. It's a loss of a yard there, and it's 2nd down.
Doubling this guy has to be a priority before moving up to the next level, because the big fella, he just ate that one alive, just stuffed it. In fact, before the game, he was talking to us, and he's like, hey, these pants make me look fat. And we said, nah, man, you're just a whole lot of guy.
He is at well over 300 pounds. He's a big man.
In today's football, where receivers break tackles, make people miss, get upfield for the extra yardage, when you see a play like that where it's caught and he's dropped on the spot, that's a big-time play by the defense.
Buying time to his left. And he's going to be out down inside the 20 at the 15. A nice job there on the escape and scramble. A first down, a 16-yard gain.
On 3rd down, he obviously wants to throw the football, but there's nowhere to go with it, so he takes off and goes. And now as he gets to the first down marker, he blows right past it and picks up big yardage. Partner, that's a great bit of improvisation.
And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. Calling a loss of 2 on the play. And that'll make it 2nd and 12.
Single.
On 2nd and 12, Mahomes escaping the pressure right. And his throw is incomplete.
We know it's not an easy job to go out and catch passes when people are trying to tackle you and knock the ball away. But the bottom line is, that's a pass he's got to have and a pass he should have caught.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Steps away to his left. Looks to throw, fires right side. And that's going to be incomplete. The coverage too good there. The contact popped the ball free, and it's 4th down.
You hear the calls for a penalty, but I just don't think so. I think in this situation, the defender was making sure his guy couldn't hold on to the football. So I don't see anything that warranted a flag.
No, I'm with you. There was contact, but I'm happy they kept that flag in the back pocket. And the 12-year veteran knocks it right through, and that will break our tie and give them a 3-point lead. They're able to put 3 on the board here in the opening drive of OT, and now up to their defense to try and see if they can hold this one.
I like how you framed it up, because obviously this game is not over, right? They go down and kick a field goal, then we head to sudden death. But if the defense can hold, take the ball away, turn it over on downs, this game's over.
Here's the Detroit offense now as they head back out onto the field. These guys had to punt their last possession, and that's become too familiar of a refrain. Too many of these drives just wound up going nowhere.
But you know how in baseball, when the pitcher gets a base hit and he's on base, they bring his jacket out to him to keep him warm? A lot of times the punter goes to the sideline, puts on sweatpants or a wrap over his leg to keep it warm. He might need a massage from the trainer right now from all the work he's getting.
Now the first play of the drive there is incomplete.
You get a tight end like this, and you know he's used to dishing out punishment, but here, he's one that has to absorb the contact, and as a result, unable to hold on to the football.
Back to throw now on 2nd and 10. On the catch, it's Crowder. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. First down, Lions on a pickup of 13. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. They'll look to throw here. Going for the deep ball. And that's caught inside the 35. And he'll be out just a yard or two shy of the 30. That goes for a gain of 31. He'll look to throw. Got his man there, complete to Gallup. And down inside the 15 he goes. First down for the Lions on a nice pickup of 18 yards. 2 minutes on the clock in overtime in a 3-point ball game. They'll run on first down. Hines, and he couldn't quite get there. Tackled down at the 1. Another nice gain. That's now 30 yards between those last two plays. They'll try to run with Hines. And he is in for the score. And it is absolute stunned silence here as they win it on the road in overtime.